Hi cuties, and welcome to another cozy little review. We are going to be reviewing an arc that comes out February 4th next year, and that is The Beasts We Bury by D.L. Taylor. This is a YA fantasy, and it's so good. It's been a while since I've gotten into a YA fantasy in the way that I did with this one. I will say, right in the beginning, there is an animal death. So be warned. You can sort of skip it, but the whole scene does set the tone for the relationship our main character has with not only her family, but her powers. So in this world, there are people who develop certain powers after going through this really horrific trial that you might not come out of, and more often than not, people don't. And our main character, Mancella, is the daughter of a very powerful man who is kind of ruling this entire country, and he has two daughters, and I'm so sorry that my heater just turned on. And they send both daughters in, but not initially. Initially, they send the older daughter, and they think she's not going to come out, and so the younger daughter gets sent in, and she does come out, and later her older sister does as well, but she is horrifically disfigured from this test. But she comes out, our main character, Mancella, comes out, now with the ability to summon animals only after she has unalived them. And she can kind of summon them forward and take, I don't know if she necessarily takes on their abilities, but they come back in like sort of a spirit form. That I'm a little vague on. But she has this ability, and she hates this ability because she doesn't want to hurt these animals. And her father is a monster and has trained her since a kid, killing little tiny things, all the way up to now, in the first book, a big jaguar, or panther, big cat. And she doesn't want to do these things, and now her father wants her to start seeing, could she do this on a person? All the while, there is a secret sort of rebellion happening, and our other main character, Silver, is infiltrating the court to try and seduce her so that he can utilize utilize her knowledge of where this very famous sword is, basically his very famous weapon, but finds out that, oh, she's not what he thought, because he thought all the royalty were that way, and not understanding that she's being forced to do these things, and how horrific her life really is, because her father is very abusive. Her father, who also went through these trials, has the ability to basically enforce you to do what he says. He enforces his will upon you, and almost Ella Enchanted style, you must do as he commands, but it's not long lasting or anything. So he often uses his power to kind of make people stop talking or go away. And it's not like he can control everyone to do as he bids yet. But he definitely has ambitions for being a dictator, basically. And so the two, Mancella and Silver, kind of form an alliance, kind of form a bond, even though there is some deceptions happening. There is this big competition as well happening to determine, the worthiness of these people as seconds, because Mancella is trying to become the second to her father, and also kind of earn a place for the throne. Not that she wants it at all. And so she's undergoing these trials and these battles between other people with very interesting powers, or someone who can like just turn you to ash. There's lots of other different abilities happening in this story. So it really used a lot of different elements that were nice, that were just really interesting to see. I thought the characters were pretty well developed. I loved the kind of the twist with her older sister. There's a twist there that was very, very clever, I think. And I really, really am looking forward to, I don't know if there's actually a sequel. I believe there might be a sequel coming out. So far, there's no news on it. The book hasn't even come out yet, obviously, so there's not going to be a whole lot of news. But it does leave off on a place where it's not a cliffhanger, but like you easily could continue the story, so you won't feel like, oh no, what's going to happen next? It has a full circle of everything that has happened to it. I thought it was very interesting. I really just enjoyed this. I did listen to it as an audio arc, which I'm so glad those exist. But I highly like this. So if you miss good YA fantasy, this is the book for you. It doesn't have the standard tropes that most people shirk away from YA from. You know, there's no love triangle. There's no like girl who doesn't, you know, who's not like a Mary Sue. She's, you know, has trained and done these things her whole life. So it makes sense that she would know this stuff. So I thought it was a very well developed world, very well developed characters, very interesting plot, good twists. Overall, it was great. It was a great time. So I highly recommend this one. Again, coming out February 4th. If you want to check it out, there you go. All right, I'm going to go now. Bye.